Identities of 4 people killed in Trelawney crash revealed. Police have revealed the identities of 4 individuals killed when the taxi in which they were traveling in collided with a truck on the North Coast Highway in the Barker area of Trelawney on Sunday morning. The deceased include 3 St. Anne residents, namely 39-year-old Joe DeLeve of Brownstown, 32-year-old Sabrina Down of Discovery Bay, and 19-year-old Anthony Walters of Alexandra. The other victim was 59-year-old taxi operator Marlon Lines of Basco Address. The tragedy occurred when the Toyota Probox taxi, driven by Lines, crashed into the back of a truck laden with building materials. Reports are that Downey, Lines, and Walters died on the spot, while Levy died while undergoing treatment at hospital. 3 other passengers from the overloaded car are admitted to hospital for treatment. Man shot dead at taxi stand in Crossroads, St. Andrew. A man was shot and killed at a taxi stand on Caledonia Crescent in Crossroads, St. Andrew on Saturday night. The deceased is 32-year-old Jerrin Swaby, a resident of Bryn in Portmore, St. Catherine. Reports are that about 9:30 p.m., Swaby was sitting in the back of a parked taxi when a lone gunman approached the vehicle and opened gunfire, hitting him several times. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The gunman escaped. The St. Andrew Central Police are investigating the matter. Fidel Williams, popular Digish Rising Star backup singer, has died. Singer Williams, who gained popularity as a backup vocalist on the Digish Rising Star TV show, has passed away. The news of his death Sunday triggered an outpour of grief on social media. Rest in peace to my coworker, who always brightened our days with a smile and a joke. Your laughter will be missed, said TVJ producer Yannick Brown on X. Social media personality Tafari posted, "Death hurts, but when you know someone was genuinely a good person, it hits way harder. That man blessed my 2 songs with his vocals as recently as April, and took me to my first ever photo shoot and first ever studio session in Jamaica, and just so, thanks for everything." Williams' cause of death was not immediately available. In addition to his supporting role at Digish Rising Star, Williams provided backing vocals for Tyson Chin on the Billboard chart top Diana King. He also released his own singles and worked for the Ash Company as its integrated marketing and communications leads. JPS launched its probe into reported execution of 3 people in Racecourse Clarendon. The Jamaica Public Service says it has launched a probe into the reported electrocution of 3 people in Racecourse Clarendon. It was reported that a JPS night pole fell on a motorcyclist who was traveling along a roadway in the community. 2 people who went to assist him were also electrocuted. Describing the incident as unfortunate, JPS Director of Corporate Communications, Winsome Collum, told reporters that the individuals are receiving medical attention. Following power outage caused by Hurricane Beryl on July 3rd, scores of customers have blocked roadways in protest over the length of time it is taken for power to be restored to their community. Additionally, due to AMI's restoration guideline, the Office of Utilities Regulation has directed JPS to reconnect all customers to the grid by August 12. Following the electrocution incident, concerns have been raised over whether the pressure to meet the deadline has resulted in JPS linemen doing sloppy work. When questioned on the matter, Ms. Collum said she could not comment in detail at this time, as the JPS is in the early stages of investigation.
We're still doing investigation, so I don't have full information. What I do know is that the poles came down during the heavy wind and rain on Friday night. So it was early Saturday morning that the incident took place. The initial reports are that a gentleman who was riding a bike came in contact with the GPS infrastructure, was in distress, and 2 persons attempted to assist him. One of them got electrical shocks, and a 3rd person was not so bad badly hurt. I understand that it was a woman and a man who attempted to assist the bike rider, and they both got electrical shocks. As of last night, when I got the last update, they were receiving medical attention. The bike rider seemed to have gotten really badly hurt and had been transferred to the KPH for immediate medical attention. The others were getting medical attention in Clarendon. But that's something that I can't address because from the information I have, there was a lot of wind, a lot of rain. I do not know if these poles had been replanted after burial or I do not have that information. I'm not able to address that specific concern.
Deadly crash crisis. Except for the Jamaica Defence Force JDF or the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital going against regular protocol to deploy one of their vehicles, there is no public ambulance to respond to road accidents in the island's largest parish. The situation triggered heightened concern last week, even as the police prepared for at least 6 major parties between August 1 and August 6 Independence Day. Characterized by much partying and merrymaking, holiday periods traditionally see a spike in road accidents mainly caused by speeding and alcohol use. In a few accident cases, private ambulance services are tapped, or the St. Anne's Bay Hospital may dispatch one of its ambulances, which are typically reserved for transferring hospital patients to critical examinations. But the majority of motor vehicle crash victims in the parish are either transported to the hospital by passerbys or, if available, in the back of a police service vehicle. Compounding the crisis is the fact that despite firefighters being trained, the Jamaica Fire Brigade JFB St. Anne Division Emergency Medical Service EMS remains dormant, bereft of an ambulance and its required resources to respond to calls. With some of the most accident-prone sections of the North-South Highway and other deadly corridors going through the parish, emergency service workers say a functioning EMS system would go a long way in saving lives. That would also ease the pressure on St. Anne's Bay Health System, with the parish recording 23 fatal collisions with 29 deaths so far this year. There have also been countless non-fatal crashes and 2 recent mass casualty accidents which overwhelm the St. Anne's Bay accident and emergency systems. While firefighters are often the first emergency personnel to turn up on accident scenes in the parish, and while they conduct immediate medical procedures, they are often challenged with moving victims for hospital treatment. This is a discussion for another time, offered Superintendent Anthony Hines, who last weekend directed queries about the failure to get the parish's EMS system off the ground to the JFB headquarters. Last Friday, however, individuals with knowledge of the current situation argued that many victims who perished in traffic accidents in the parish could have survived had there been an effective, well-resourced EMS. Sometimes when things happen on the highway, it is the JDF's ambulance that comes and does the transportation, one source close to the fire station told reporters. But that is very technical because the JDF has to receive that call from the firefighter superiors, the person added, explaining that this often slows down the response. The firefighters are on the scene quickly because within a minute of getting the call they are ready, but the firefighters can't move the people, the source continued. They are firefighters who are trained and certified. They even got their certificates and the certificates have expired and still the emergency medical services in St. Anne's Bay Division cannot start. The source questioned the seeming lack of will to get the EMS up and running, noting that the parish recorded an average of 21 fatal crashes in the last 3 years and has witnessed some of the most horrific mass casualties in recent times. When the firefighters go out there, a man may have a 70% chance to live, but without the appropriate transportation, that is a dead man. Sometimes a passerby might say, "Throw him in a car," which is what happens in many of the cases, but by the time they reach hospital, he's gone, the source continued, noting the psychological toll such cases have on staff. Firefighters stay on high alert and every response team has a trained and certified EMT, emergency medical technician, on the dispatch. So the minute there is a call of an accident, the medic is on board to ensure top-tier care is given. The deficiency comes with the lack of an ambulance that is needed to sustain life, the source continued. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.